Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. That's Justin's house. I've got a new Utah feature for you. It has to do again with change management. That's right, change requests. Let's do a little refresher here. With change requests in ServiceNow, we have this concept of change models. Okay, so I've got it up here on the screen so you can see when I go to create a new change, I can select from emergency or normal change using the different models, or I have some pre-approved sometimes you might call them standard changes, but pre-approved models that I can now go ahead and submit, and they got their fields locked down for some of the fields. But model management is where we facilitate that. Now, sometimes there's a use case where you might want to restrict what particular models are available to certain types of users, and ServiceNow has that taken care of for us. Now, all of what I'm going to show you isn't new, but I want to be sure to cover the entire feature appropriately there. So notice that I navigated to change, administration, and then change models. So there it is. There's the path that I went to: change, administration, change models. Or you can just type in change model and it'll bring you straight to this one that I selected here, change models, and you don't have to navigate the menu. Once you're here, you can see the list of available change models. I've got change registration, cloud infrastructure, emergency, normal, standard, and unauthorized changes. No one submits an unauthorized change. It's just a way for us to classify something as an authorized change and have a different workflow for it when we detect a change. So don't get hung up there. But let's open up. Let's do our use case is going to be emergency change. We may not want certain teams, certain users, certain people using the emergency change model because they haven't been trained on the process, or it's just not appropriate for them to use it given their scope and their responsibilities. So what we've had in change management before is this little button called Advanced Security. And when you select that button, it activates 2 or 3 new tabs on the form. You can see them there: available for, not available for, and can write. The new one in Utah that's new and you haven't seen before is not available for. So we had available for in Tokyo, we had can write in Tokyo. I'm not sure when they came along, but I went and checked my Tokyo instance just to make sure. The not available for is the important one. And in a sense, what you would do is you'd come in here, select not available for, and you would think that you'd click the edit button or new and go ahead and create a user criteria for that. But no, don't do that. What you want to do first, after you check that advanced security button, is you need to save the form, save the change model, because that's an unchanged field on the change model. So let's go ahead and do the right thing here. Let's click save, and that'll save it. And now I can go ahead and edit what's in that list for not available for. So we'll go ahead and edit there, and it's going to show me all these different groups that I can add: users, roles, or whatever someone's defined using different user criteria. So let's just say anybody with ITIL non-admin, we're going to make that not available for them, right? So that ITIL non-admin. If we take a look at that role, we can see what the user criteria is, or that group, and it is they have the role ITIL. So basically we just stopped everybody who's using ITSM from using the emergency change request. Probably not a practical example, but hopefully gets the message across. And let's round this out with, well, how do I develop those different groups and those different criteria for my users? Well, search your menu for user criteria, and notice in the change management menu under administration, I have another option for user criteria. So that's where you can come in and go ahead and create different groups of users that as may be necessary. Maybe it's a certain group or several groups. Maybe it's people with a certain role like we just did with ITIL. Whatever it is, you can come in and define that, and you'll probably notice on the other screen we can even flip into an advanced mode and do some scripting in order to find what we want. It's probably easier for most of us to do a user, a group, a role, a company, a location, a department, which you can see there in the middle of the screen, and we can even specify whether that's going to be any one of these apply, or you have to match all of the things that we've put in these boxes in order for that user criteria to work. But that's it. That's the new feature in ServiceNow Utah, the ability to specify when a change management model is not available for somebody as opposed to available for somebody. I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in controlling access to their change models in ServiceNow. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.